Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you are having a wonderful day. My name is Dr. Joshua Fredenberg, aka Dr. J, and I serve as one of the members of our leadership team here at the First Generation Student Career and Leadership Society. I want to first and foremost take this moment to thank you so much for your interest, as well as thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video where we're going to give you an opportunity to learn more about the society and find out why we believe that first generation students all across the country need to become a part of this organization as soon as possible. We believe with all of our heart that it's not only transformational, but it will be life-changing as you propel in your future career, personal, and leadership future. Before we get into this presentation, before I begin to talk to you specifically about the society, I want to give you some glimpse of our history. So before we began to move forward with this launch in September of 2025, we began 16 years ago in Los Angeles, California, where we launched the first ever Circular Change Leadership Experience. The purpose of this conference was really simple. Number one, it was to empower, it was to inspire and ensure that college students everywhere had the tools, the resources, and the skills that were needed not only to become effective leaders of the 21st century, but to go out there and make a positive impact in the world as future professionals. Thankfully, over 16 years, not only have we been able to impact the lives of 25,000 students from 200 colleges and universities across the country, but we saw some of our students go on to work for some of the top companies and organizations in the world. And as we began to have success, literally about 5 to 6 years ago, we decided to also introduce a new part of this program, which is now called the First Generation Career and Leadership Experience. We host this every spring in Miami, California. And the reason we created this conference is because, number one, we were so impactful in LA, and we felt like we wanted to make a greater impact, specifically with first generation students, at creating an experience where they could develop the skills, the acumen, the abilities that are needed in order not only to position themselves for career success, but really to advance forward, reach their fullest potential, and really begin the legacy that we believe future generations will follow for these first generation students. And over the 4-year span, we've reached about 25 to 3,000 first generation students from all across the country. It's been really impactful. It's been transformational. And to this point, now we are hosting 2 national conferences each and every year. Our first one is the Circular Change Leadership Experience in November. And then in the spring, in April, we host our First Generation Student Career and Leadership Experience, specifically designed to prepare first generation students for career success. And so after doing this for about 16 plus years, we felt that we wanted to take it to another level. And that next level was this society. We felt like it was awesome. Our conferences are amazing. I encourage those of you that may not know about it to research it and to join us. It's definitely life-changing, transformational, impactful, and I encourage people everywhere to become a part of our national conference experiences, but we felt we could do more. We felt those are 2 major events, but throughout the year, month by month, week by week, we felt like we had the resources, we had the content, and we had the team in order to even make a greater impact in the lives of first generation students. And that's where the First Generation Student Career and Leadership Society was created. In essence, this is a national society that has been created for some specific reasons. Number one, we want you to be able to connect with first generation students everywhere. In essence, we want to create a space where first generation students in New York can connect with first generation students in Miami, and those in Miami can connect with first generation students in LA. And it's an entire community that's not just with you in college, but they're with you for life. Number two, we created this because we want to ensure that first generation students have the career and leadership skills that will not only enable them to position themselves for career success, but ultimately help them when they graduate to continue to advance, continue to move forward, and really hit reach their fullest potential. We believe that first generation students are brilliant. They're amazing. They have incredible insight, incredible knowledge. And we create a program specifically where they will get more tools, they will get more skills, they will get more lessons, they will get more resources, more mentorship to really help them go to the next level. The third reason why we create this is because we want to create a network. We want to give first generation the opportunity to network, not just with students, but professionals, with those that are doing exactly what they're doing. And we're going to be creating different panel sessions, different opportunities for you to connect with people from different industries that are thriving, that are doing exceptionally well. And then lastly, we want to ensure that not only does every first generation student graduate and do well in college, but ultimately they use college as a launching pad for success. I tell people all the time, when it comes to student success, I believe number one, you have to do well in school. Number two, you have to take advantage of the opportunities on your college campus. Number three, you gotta position yourself for career success. And then number four, you gotta graduate. This is going to help all areas, but have more of a focus on your career. We want to ensure that you're getting everything that you need: advice, insight, resources, connections, friends, community that is needed to ensure that once you graduate, you're not unemployed, but actually have a job, actually have a career, actually have information that's going to help you to thrive, succeed, and reach your fullest potential. That is in a quick synopsis of what the First Generation Student Career and Leadership Society is about. Now, some may ask the question, Dr. J, why is this important? Well, the first reason why it's important is because, number one, studies show that first generation students receive less career support and insight as it relates to future career success. As a matter of fact, you may be a first generation student here today, and if I was to have a conversation with you about how much has college, how much has your experience prepared you for career success, there may be the likelihood that there was some stuff you're not aware of, you don't understand, or maybe you haven't even taken the time to go to the Career Center, which we advocate for and encourage students to go to. In essence, what we found is most first generation students do not get the career support that they need to launch them towards career success. So we're creating this to ensure that's not the case. We want to make sure that you have everything you need to ensure you have a successful career after you graduate. Another reason why this is important is because of social capital. Access. I tell people all the time, social capital is not just about who you know, it's also based on what you know. There's certain unwritten rules of success. There's certain lessons, there's certain words of wisdom that if you become aware of it, if you're taught, if you have mentorship, that will help you not only position yourself for career success, but navigate once you get into your area of expertise. We plan to create that with our society. Another reason why this is important is because we discovered that there's a lack of awareness, maybe of mentorship or greater paying jobs. Well, our goal is to ensure that you're more aware of career opportunities. You have access to mentors. You have access to ways you can even make more money than you ever imagined. In essence, this is the challenges that we saw, and our hope is that our society will help to eradicate those barriers and again help first generation students position themselves for career success in college and beyond. Now that you understand what it is, now that you understand why it's so important, how does a school become a partner? How does someone get involved with the First Generation Student Career and Leadership Society? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a simple process. Number one, if you're an advisor and you're on campus right now and you're listening to me right now, the first step is saying, you know what? I like this program. I believe in this program, and we need to be a part of this program. That's the first step of saying, I want to be a part of the program. The second step is to identify what students, specifically first generation students or other students if they're there, but specifically first generation, what students do we need to be a part of this program? You can have as many as you want. As many as you feel this program can benefit, you have the opportunity to make that a reality. So you would select the students. Maybe it's 10, maybe it's 20, maybe it's 100. Hey, maybe it's 300. Whatever you feel is necessary for your campus, you decide. Once you decide upon the students, you would send us an email, you would let us know, and then each student would be $100. It's a lifetime registration. I want to say registration or a lifetime fee. Literally, they pay $100, you pay $100. You never have to pay again for the rest of your life. This is a lifetime membership. But again, it's $100. So if you say, I want to give 10 students, that would be $1,100 each. If you say 300 students, then we're getting a little bit more higher, maybe 30,000. But again, 100 per student. So once it's paid for, then we'll send you a launch form. And this launch form, we would gather data and specific information about your students specifically. And then with that, we would also send a welcome package, which would include a free copy of the First Generation Student Career Playbook, a t-shirt, and a special pin. We just want to let your students know that we appreciate them, we care about them, and we believe that this program is not only going to help them, but we believe they're going to help us impact more students nationwide for years to come. And then once they're in the program, once they get the email, they have to that's a bad word. They have to engage in 8 virtual sessions. This is important. Every single month, there will be 1 virtual session. This is part of the initiation process. And the wonderful thing about these sessions is they're going to be interactive, they're going to be engaging, but they're going to be transformational. We literally have a set of programs specifically designed to help you develop your career readiness skills. And again, if you're listening to this video, there is an attachment where we list the programs. We have a description of the program, but there's going to be 8 of them that you go through. In order to become a member of the society, you have to watch or engage in all the virtual sessions. Now, while you're engaged in the session, each month we ask you to do 2 things. Number 1, we ask you to join an organization, get an internship, or maybe if you're just working, one of the 3 things, because we want you to reflect on how the information that you're learning in the virtual sessions is applied in your specific area of expertise. And then you're going to do 1 post per month. It can be on LinkedIn, 1 post where you're going to post on LinkedIn. You're going to tag us and what you've learned each month. This is part of the process. Now, the reason why we do that is because we don't just want you to hear, we want you to apply, and we want you to learn how to begin to promote and elevate your brand on LinkedIn. Because by the end of the program, there's 3 things we want to make sure you have. Number 1, we're going to make sure you have a headshot. Number 2, we want to make sure you have a resume that is ready to go. Number 3, we want to make sure you have a LinkedIn profile so that if we have partners or organizations that are looking for students or looking for interns, we can submit your information for that possibility. So that's part of the process. Once you go through the 8 months, we come into the month of April, where you can either come to our national conference and engage in our in-person induction ceremony, or we're going to do a virtual one as well. And literally at that point, you become an official member of the First Generation Student Career and Leadership Society. And I'm telling you, it's an amazing accomplishment. And the incredible thing about this year is this is the inaugural year. So you're the first cohort. You will be the first ones to be inducted into this society. So if we're here 25, 30, or 50 years down the line, you were the first to be a part of this powerful program. And once you're inducted, in the second year, we start offering other career opportunities. We start offering other things that you can use as it relates to your career advancement. And if you want to be a leader, you say, you know what, Dr. J, we love the program so much, we want to bring it to our campus. In the second year, you have the opportunity to launch a chapter on your campus. We'll be launching chapters in the second year. So if you're a professional and you say, we want to establish this on our campus, or if you're a student, that opportunity will be available in the second year. Now, once I join, what is the benefit? What is the benefit for the students? Well, number 1, networking, career-focused panels, scholarship opportunities, discounted rates on conferences, job placement opportunities, leadership development opportunities, just access to exclusive programming and leadership development training. There are some incredible things that we plan as you get further into our society. Now, as far as the school, how does this benefit me? So maybe you're an advisor, because we're trusting an advisor to get the students involved. So you're an advisor. How does this impact me? Well, number one, you're going to have a career readiness program. Number two, you're going to have a curriculum designed specifically for first generation students. Number three, we're going to have leadership training sessions for our advisors. There's going to be data assessment that we're collecting to help you to be more effective at serving your first generation students. There's going to be employment opportunities, internship opportunities. And most importantly, we have made sure that this aligned with our trio friends out there and our first gen forward friends as well. This is aligned with the incredible work that is already going on. So ultimately, these are some of the opportunities for your campus and for your students. Now that you've heard about the program, now that you've heard about our history, and again, I often like to say this is not our first rodeo. We've been making an impact for 16 plus years. We are just building the legacy. We're making a greater impact, and we're doing more to eradicate the barriers that are standing between first generation students and future career success. So now that you've watched the video, now that you've heard the video, I have some final steps. The final steps, you say, you know what, Dr. J, I want to be a part. I want to get involved. I want our students to join. Real simple. Email myself or Leanna. And once you email us, let us know how many students you would like to be a part. Once we get that information, Leanna will email you back. We'll get the paperwork set up, and you will be all set to go. And from there, we're moving forward. Also, before we start in the fall, there will be an advisor virtual session just to give you an overview to make sure you're up to speed, answer any questions. And then in the middle of the year, we'll have another one for advisors as well. And so that's ultimately what this entire program is about. I don't know about you, but I'm excited, super excited, because we're getting ready to engage on a journey where thousands of first generation students are going to be impacted by this organization. Thousands of first generation students are going to have the tools, the resources, the mentorship, the information that is needed to ensure that not only are they positioning themselves for career success, but once they graduate, they're going to go out there and they're going to thrive, they're going to flourish, and they're going to make an impact. So I'm not sure where you are right now, but I would encourage you, consider getting your students locked in this fall, because I really do believe it's going to be transformational. I believe it's going to be life-changing. But more importantly, I'm excited about the first generation students that we're going to be able to serve, and we're going to be able to help to position themselves for career success in college and beyond. I want to thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this short and quick video about the first generation student career and leadership society. I look forward to meeting you all soon. I look forward to all the students that are going to go through this program, and I'm super excited about the impact that will happen in the years to come. Reach out to us. Let us know if you have any questions, and we look forward to seeing you soon.